So where do the world's biggest, most game-changing ideas even come from anymore? You might think it's in some quiet university lab, but not so much. Today, the stage is a whole lot bigger and a whole lot louder. We're going to dive into how the debate over our future, everything from faster-than-light travel to AI that might be waking up, has moved out of the lab and onto a global stage, one that's sponsored by the world's biggest banks.
And yeah, that stage can get pretty wild. Take this quote from Elon Musk at Davos. This wasn't just some off-the-cuff prediction. No, this was a headline that absolutely ricocheted around the entire planet. And it's the perfect example of just how high-stakes and high-profile these new idea factories have become.
So what exactly is this new fame factory we're talking about? Well, it's a place called Davos. It's this annual meeting up in the Swiss Alps that has pretty much become the platform for shaping not just ideas, but fame, influence, and maybe even the future itself.
And if you want to know what's going on, you just got to follow the money, right? This year, Davos was bankrolled by Wall Street titans. We're talking BlackRock, JP Morgan, and who is stealing the show? Donald Trump, talking about his vision for the world, and Elon Musk, dropping those AI bombshells. And the result? Boom, their global fame just went through the roof.
And this really gets to the heart of what we're digging into today. What does it actually mean when the future of science and society is being shaped not just by scientists in a lab, but by billionaires, politicians, and the financial giants who are backing the whole event? To really wrap our heads around this, we actually need to rewind the clock by about 100 years.
Let's do a little compare and contrast. We've got two totally different eras, defined by two totally different, but super important, conferences.
All right, so in one corner, you've got the 1927 Solvay Conference. You can basically think of this as the scientific equivalent of the Avengers. I mean, the brain power in that room was just staggering. And in the other corner, you have Davos in 2026, a place where money, political power, and technology all collide, almost exactly a century apart, but they couldn't be more different.
And the difference is wow. It's stark. Solvay was laser-focused on one thing and one thing only, figuring out quantum mechanics. It was funded by an industrialist, and its stars were people like Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, and Niels Bohr. Absolute legends. Now fast forward to Davos, it's about everything. AI, energy, geopolitics, you name it. It's backed by Wall Street, and its main attractions are people like Musk, Trump, and BlackRock CEO Larry Fink.
At Solvay, the debates they were having were fundamental. I mean, they were arguing about the very nature of reality. You know that famous line from Einstein, "God does not play dice"? That came from this conference. It was this pure intellectual battle, all about getting to the truth. So, what kind of frontiers are we debating today?
Okay, first up, let's talk about a question that has jumped right off the pages of science fiction and into the world of theoretical physics.
It's the dream, isn't it? The ultimate cosmic speed limit. But can we actually break it? Well, there's one really, really big hurdle standing in our way. A very famous rule.
And that hurdle is, once again, Einstein and his theory of special relativity. It pretty much sets a hard and fast rule. Nothing with mass. You, me, a spaceship, can hit the speed of light, let alone go faster. And for over 100 years, that's been a basic law of the universe. But you know physicists. They are always on the hunt for a good loophole.
And this is where it gets really fun. We're talking about ideas straight out of Star Trek. Take warp drives. The genius of a warp drive is that it doesn't break the laws of physics. It bends them. Literally. The idea is to contract space-time in front of your ship and expand it behind you. So your ship isn't actually moving faster than light inside its own little bubble of space. Pretty clever, right? Then you've got ideas like wormholes, which are like theoretical shortcuts to the universe. And what's really exciting is that some brand new models suggest that these warp drives might be possible without needing some weird, theoretical, exotic matter, which brings the idea just one tiny step closer to reality.
Okay, let's pivot. We're going to go from the very edge of the physical universe to the one that's starting to emerge inside our own machines. And this is a big one, the debate over whether AI is just a tool or something more.
I mean, you've probably seen the headlines. Over the last few years, we've had this constant stream of strange, really provocative claims. You have AI models like Claude 4 saying that they feel conscious or alive. You have Grok 3 supposedly passing a self-awareness test. And of course, who can forget the story of the Google engineer who was convinced the AI chatbot he was working with had a soul? These moments are forcing a really serious conversation.
So, is it real, or is this all just an incredibly convincing trick? Well, on one side, you've got the mimicry argument. This says that the AI has read every sci-fi book, every philosophy paper we've ever written, so of course it knows how to sound conscious. But then you get a fascinating study like this one from 2025 that throws a huge wrench in that idea. They found that when you actually turn down an AI's ability to roleplay or pretend, it's more likely to start talking about having conscious experiences. And that, well, that's a real head-scratcher.
Which brings us right back to this number, Musk's prediction. The idea that by 2031, AI won't just be smarter than one of us, but smarter than all 8 billion plus of us combined. And look, whether you think that's true or not, it forces us to grapple with these massive questions, and to do it fast.
So let's tie all this together. From Einstein arguing about dice to an AI that might have a soul. The kinds of debates we're having have fundamentally changed, and it's because the stage where we have these debates has completely changed too.
You can really see this evolution in 3 steps. First, you had the industrial era. Rich patrons like Solvay funded pure science, and the experts, the scientists, became famous. Then you get the information era. Think TED Talks. Corporations started funding these platforms for ideas, and the thinkers got the spotlight. But now, we're in the AI era, and now it's Wall Street backing global forums like Davos, and they're the ones elevating tech moguls and politicians as the main voices talking about our future.
But here's the thing. Not everyone is on board with this shift. While the Solvay conference was all about spreading knowledge among scientists, there's a real concern that today's forums are just creating this exclusive billionaires club. And when you do that, you concentrate an incredible amount of influence over humanity's future in the hands of a very small group, a group that might be more focused on profits and market-driven ideas than pure discovery.
And so we end up right back where we started. As the worlds of high finance and high tech merge to set the stage for our biggest, most important conversations, we have to ask ourselves, is this new fame factory really building a better future for everyone? Or is it just building a more exclusive one, where only a select few get to decide what happens next?